everybody. Welcome to episode 15 of the Small Ball Podcast. I'm Charlie Rogers here with Chancy Rogers, and we're going to have a special guest here in just a little bit, I guess, whenever he gets home. But for now, Chancy, what's going on, man?
Up in Starkville, just got back from facility practice with Nolan, and I had lessons during it, so I kind of was doing both over at SBC in Starkville. And so we're just kind of a normal weekday for us this time of year.
Normal weekday. So you're still doing lessons. Do you have more lessons now, or does it kind of slow down, or
it slows
what does
down?
That look like?
You know, a lot of kids up here hunt just like they do down there, and and some of them take off. That they're not in any rec sport, so. Definitely, there's a big difference here than there as far as the rec sports. There's 4 rec sports here that are like everybody plays, and they're all under one deal in the schedule. Like, everybody's doing it at the same time. So you got soccer, flag football, and we're going to roll into basketball, but it doesn't start till the first of the year. Now, some of them are practicing. I think we practice next week, but they'll start first of the year, and then it rolls into baseball. So there's nothing going on right now, and so I've got a decent little full day, but it's not like when it comes springtime, as much as I can handle and start was the way it's been.
Is it a lot right now of hitting, a lot of fielding? What I know, I know that you talk a lot about kind of shutting down the arm, for off season, but you got fielding, you got hitting. What you got going on right now?
Yeah, a lot of hitting. Just guys getting ready for the season. Like I had a high school kid. My last kid is Kosciuszko Jr. And just prepping him for the season. He moved in, and he's kind of trying to earn a spot, and so I'm prepping him. They're scrimmaging right now at high school, so we've done different stuff with him. But the young kids, like I had one of my regulars in, a 12-year-old, and we done over and under stuff like heavy and light bats to get his bat speed up. So he should be, and he's not with the Bulls, or he should be doing like off season, workout training, and so this kind of would implement with it. And it's just it's over and under is what it's called, but it's just meaning heavy and light. It's kind of like a boxer hitting a heavy bag and then hitting a speed bag, keeping the hands quick but getting stronger.
But you do that with different size bats, right? So you're going with a heavy bat, you're going with a lighter bat, and then the regular.
Right. And what I do is Rawlings makes a little sleeve weight. It's not like a donut. It's just a sleeve weight that goes kind of on the bottom of the bat. I use that, and then I also have Lace Up, who I'd love to get a sponsor on. I did actually do a video for them one time, but Lace Up it's like a lead thing. They actually use it for lacrosse players to strengthen, I guess, their speed, their stick speed. But you can wrap it around the knob. You can wrap it wherever. I use that sometimes, and then I use like a dowel rod, a stick, and hit So we go heavy and then like really light, and then we go back to their bat, and then we just kind of mix it up and try to get the bat speed up.
Yeah, you'll see those. I think Skill makes them. That's like the speed stick type thing. So it's that kind of that idea.
Thing. I've had those. They're just too short. So I take a dowel rod, which is I think 4 feet, and I'll make the knob long. That way they have to get through it. If they roll over, it hits them. It's kind of like a swing check too. There used to be a thing called a swing check you put on the bottom of your bat. A little invention. One of those little. I'm not gonna say it's a gimmick thing because it worked. I liked it, but it's just one of those deals.
Yeah, I've seen I guess I've seen the lace up weight, and I thought that was pretty cool. But then I completely forgot about it until you just mentioned it. But it is kind of cool because you can put it down by the hands, or you can put it up on the end of the bat or whatever.
I've teamed up with those guys at the ABCA convention several years ago. Back when me and Matt used to go, And then recently, me and Allison went and we took pictures together. Like he remembered me, and I've done a video tagging him, and like it was really cool. Like that was before really any of this was going on, and it was just I liked their product. So now I need some money.
We need to contact them.
Yeah, I do need to contact. He's a cool guy. I feel like he would probably sponsor. They're not a monster company, but
Yeah.
something cool to get involved with.
Yeah. Well, I do want to mention, we talked about last week, Magnolia merch. I've got the logo up there on the screen. They're sponsored right now, but I wanted to show this off.
Look
Got
at
this
there.
little gift last week. Hey, you got one too. Yeah. It turned out really good, man. It's solid quality. It's not like, you see a lot of them that are just the stickers kind of on there. This is not like that. This is
they also they do like a laser thing. I've got something else. So I've got several projects I'm working with Magnolia merch, and so this was kind of the first test out. And I said, hey, I wanted something for you guys to have, and I've always got my cup, and so she was like, yeah, I'll make it. So she sent it to me. I was like, oh, I love these a lot, especially on this black.
Mm-hmm.
I can give myself credit with this the lime green kind of 80s style logo we got. It looked really good, and yeah, the texture of it's 3D. Man, I was pumped. So we're gonna do more of this stuff. I'm talking to her about just creating me a merch page, like a merch link to everything I do. So we'll have like, of course, the Bulls already has a store through Rawlings and Plays Again, and but we don't have stuff like this. So I want some like boutique is what I'm calling it, like my boutique store that has different stuff.
So got this too.
Oh, look at that! So she got that for me. And look, she said you gave it to him. I said, oh yeah, he's the more responsible one. He'll be the one to write down questions and stuff. And
I got my pen. I got my notebook. I'm good.
We're getting serious now. So yeah. So new company. So I've got the hats coming that are awesome, and they're local. I didn't know they were local until after we done this. But his guy, the Wiggins, I don't know the name of his company yet, but she subs him out and he does a really good job. But what I like about it is that, he could take a picture and send it over, and he done that with me and said, hey, what size, patch or whatever, it's a leather patch. You're not going to get that. Like I've ordered these same kind of hats just on an online company. And you do have a person you're dealing with. It's probably AI though. It's probably an AI person thing. And this is a real person that does it in the shop, and I love it. Like I'm excited about that going forward because I've got Mistex Outdoors, I got Bull Baseball, and I've got this. And I know there's not going to be a ton of people want small ball merch, but I was listening to I think it was Gary V, and he just talked about if you got any type of business, even if it's for fun or whatever, if you got anything with a logo. This day and time, you're stupid not to have merch, And
yeah.
They're like, you need merch. So, so my TikTok is going nuts over here. I got to see what's happening.
Is it?
Oh yeah. They're asking about back 42 and all kind of stuff. I got people canceling Bull Baseball. I got negative stuff. It's good.
I was at back 42 last night. We had practice last night. It was great. Had a good time. Yeah. Tommy just about killed him, so that was good.
Oh yeah.
They
I talked about y'all's one of my softball teams up here is asking like, this time of the year what they should be doing. I said, look, I got teams they're doing winter performance. I got some that are still practicing with the winter performance. I got some that are just totally taking off. They're just doing winter performance and doing facility. Then I've got some that's like doubling up, where Tommy's putting them through a workout. They're doing the winter performance. They're doing both and still getting their hitting in and everything. And so it's awesome. It's, that's one thing that I love about what we do and how we do it is I let coaches be coaches. And, Tommy has his own style. Some have his own. It kind of fits everybody's wants. Not everybody wants to do that. And
right.
And if you kind of if you cookie cutter them and say, hey, you have to do this, you're not going to have many youth teams. It's just
Right.
what it is. Because here's the deal: there's no like end all like this is what you should be doing. Definitely, they should be doing something, but nobody says you need to be doubling up, or nobody says you should be taking off. I mean, like that's absolutely. There's no absolute. So I love it, letting it fit personalities, and it's good.
Well, and I got to mention we will probably be at, because we have winter performance on Fridays, and we've missed them because I've been busy with football. But unfortunately, football season ended last weekend, so we should be there this Friday. But the Tigers, we've talked weekly about the Hattiesburg Tigers. We made it to the state championship game, and I couldn't pull it off against Grenada. Grenada won it, and they won the 6A. But our guest tonight, whenever he gets on, he did win one. So we'll chat with him a little bit when he gets on here. But yeah, so do you have? You said you have winter performance going on up there too, right?
Oh yeah. So I've got 4 teams up here in Starkville, and I've got a guy named Bo Holland. He was a performance trainer at Baylor and Iowa and Mississippi State. He's a firefighter now. I worked the first one with him. I hadn't been able to do it in the last couple of weeks, but he does a really good job. I got lucky to find a guy. The only, he has to kind of work around his schedule. So each week it's a different schedule. Unlike down there, we kind of just got a set schedule. He's done a good job. So I got lucky. Got a guy, same guy, and he's just he's getting them used to it up here. It's probably not as detailed as well, especially in the next week, because I got Perry Turner coming this week, and we all know Perry Turner's the man. And
Perry's always good.
Yeah, and so he, but Bo's done an excellent job, and I'm hoping to let him benefit, in the future by just getting clients. And this is kind of his side gig. Of course, he's a firefighter, but great guy, knows what he's talking about, and interacts well. So yeah, I got lucky up here, man, already. I mean, it's good.
Well, speaking of up there, Chancy, you got something coming up too, right?
So I got a phone call from one of my old buddies, Eddie Easley, who we need to have on here. He coached at Hasbro High too. But he's a Lumberton guy. I played against him, played at Cary, knew him forever, him and his brother Nick, and he coached at Ridgeland and Meridian, but now he's just doing pretty much what I do. He's coaching with the Knights and training and different stuff. And so he's been doing these camps with Tanner Allen, who Mississippi State folks know, and probably anybody that played Mississippi State back a few years ago, because I think he's 3-time All-American at Mississippi State, won a World Series with them, and we're doing a camp with him. So I'm super pumped. I've met Tanner several times up here already. He's kind of local celebrity, just one of those guys. He'll come and hit with you, then go to your church and preach with you. He's just one of the, but yeah, great guy. So I got some hottie totties on.
Hey, hottie toddy. Oh, that's because I got my.
I'm gonna show TikTok to the screen because they're going nuts over here. I can't even look at these comments, but
that's because I got my Ole Miss pullover on.
That might be why.
Hottie toddy.
Oh yeah, but yeah, January 5th. We got
there. It is right there.
Yep, January 5th. There's our camp. It's gonna be fun. I made a cool little video. We're gonna get after it. So it's 4 slots. We're doing Tanner likes to do these hour slots. So you only 10 kids in these slots, 10 kids max. We'll take 6 to 10. So I mean they've done several of these. They kind of know how it rolls. Elton Reed is also joining us. He's with Precision Baseball. So a few of us old guys, and then Tanner. It's Tanner's camp, pretty much. He'll sign autographs, take pictures, and everything afterwards, and so I'm excited being involved with it. My teams up here are going to be able to, do it, and just it's kind of like I used to do a lot of these things. I done one with Lord, second baseman Southern Miss.
Oh,
I talked about it the other day.
starts with an M, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'll think about it in a minute. He should not be forgotten. He was very good. Lord, I can't think of that. But anyway, I've done these things, and I don't do them as much anymore. But they're exciting, and they get kids involved, and Starkville just needs that more. And now that we have SBC and we have Cornerstone, two nice, Cornerstone's the baseball complex. SBC is the new Sports Performance Center in Starkville. Super nice. If you're in that area and you're watching, go check it out. And having places like that, we're going to be able to do a lot more stuff. And I'm excited about it, because there's always people here. I mean, I've got one of the brothers of one of the players that are just spend the off season. He's a pro guy. Me and him, Dalton Reeves. He's done some stuff. We're going to get him on here also. We've got this long list of we got to have these guests on here, but it's coming. It's just we don't got so much time, but yeah, Starkville's like it's a blossoming. It's like good soul and ready to blossom. So I feel like I'm the gardener. I'm ready to water, and that's what we're doing.
So you said, when is this? I'm sorry, I've got the thing up here, but
January 5th. So
right after New Year's.
Yeah, I got a link, and any of my socials, I've got it posted on. You can DM me. I'll send you the link, or like on Instagram, I can't put the link, but just DM me. I'll send it to you. On Facebook, it's on the post, but you can also message me as well.
Yeah, Cornerstone. We've played there. Obviously, Cornerstone is really nice. As much as I dog on Starkville, just because of the Ole Miss stuff, Cornerstone is a really, really top notch park.
Well, they did good, and I think a lot of cities are going to follow that. Just being here a year, they've done a good job of like every city that has a college in it makes more money than most cities, and especially if it's a small town, right? So they get a lot of become a tourist town, and it could be 2 days a week. It could be, depending on what season it is, you've got people in town that aren't normally in town spending money, making tax money for the city. And so they just, my little experience here, they've done a good job of spending it where it's needed, because this also brings people in town. Like they've brought the Babe Ruth World Series. I played Babe Ruth back in the day. I don't even know kids that played Babe Ruth. But when they had it, there were so many people here on a Wednesday. It was ridiculous. So it's bringing in more people, and they've got a paid staff that does a really good job. Most of the time, I still have parents fuss about, they're not doing a good job. I'm like, if they communicate with me, I'm happy.
Well, growing up in Laurel, obviously, they would have the Dixie World Series for several age groups every year in Laurel, and it was always a huge deal. I worked at a restaurant in high school, and we always knew when the Dixie Youth World Series, whatever age group was there, we were going to be packed. So we would always have to staff and everything accordingly. But it's always a big deal. It brings a lot of revenue into town, and it's good for these cities. We had Josh Smith on one of the episodes, and he talked about the revenue that just those 6 fields that they have in Columbia is producing for the city of Columbia. So that's always a big money getter, big revenue stream for those towns. And it's easy. I know you have to put a lot of money up in the beginning to get it started, but especially with everybody using turf fields now, there's really not a whole lot of money that you have to put into it after that. and it's going to bring in. I mean, these tournaments on the weekends bring in so much money.
No doubt, and that's Ty says it's on now. So that, I mean, I think that's their game plan, and just keep bringing in different stuff. They called me about like travel ball stuff, and I'll give my own opinion about this and that, but I think variety is a key, and doing fun stuff like they done a Mark Paul. Wasn't that a Mark Paul? Yeah. So doing stuff like that is going to get teams to travel here, and then once they see it, like, I mean, you can't come here all the time. You have to make it an event. So just like my teams, if they'll come once a year, it's still a big deal. You got out of town people that are definitely going to spend money here, and that normally wouldn't. So I think it's smart and it's good. They spend a lot of money, but it's there, and I know I wrote actually dropping Joe's present off there. I got to see the Dixie Boys field that I haven't seen yet, and I mean, I've seen
the one over by the high school.
Yeah, it's right there by Joe's
house.
It's
nice.
Or Joe's parents' house, and yeah, it's super nice. Like, I mean, I've seen pictures, but it's nicer than what I thought it was. It really is, and like, they could really, really do some stuff there. I mean, all kind of different stuff. I want to get with Chris and I might, especially with us having our 12-year-old and like several 13. We got 3 13U teams. I'd love to figure out something with that. So
3 13s and 3 12s
and 3 11s
and 3 11s.
Yeah, that's our majority. It's a weird. This is definitely a weird year for bowl baseball as far as numbers wise. Because of that, I usually I don't even have a 7U. But I've got.
Oh, really? There's not a 7U?
Not a 7U, which sucks because it's like I probably won't have one. It's hard to do it the next year. Now it's a lot easier having one. It don't matter how good or not. You'll have more attraction the next year, but we don't have none. So
just FYI, you remember who your first 7U team was, right? Oh, Chancy froze up. I'll ask him when he gets back. Chancy, you with me?
Joined.
Yeah.
You with me? Okay. I lost you, but I was right in the middle of asking you. You remember who your first 7U team was, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got plenty of pictures and videos, and y'all are legend. Y'all are definitely the legend first 7U team ever.
We won a lot of games. Man, our guest is here. Well, let's bring him on in. State champion, Poplarville High School. Look at him. He's wearing his Poplarville hoodie too.
Oh, you got to represent.
What's up, man?
What's up? Nothing, chilling. Hey, Coach Chancy, I'm just now getting back into baseball. I went back yesterday.
I texted your mama the night y'all won it, and because she's just as invested as you guys were, I know. And Dom was there, and he told me that he had to bring her down to the field because it was just too much up at the stands for her. But I texted her and congratulated her, and she was, thank you, Coach, and he'll be right back in baseball Monday morning, And I was like, well, it's he lost him. There he is. But yeah, that's kind of the life of that's what you do when you play 2 sports like that.
Multiple sports.
You roll right in it,
Oh, yeah.
So, for those who don't know, Tyke, sophomore, running back, quarterback. Did you play more quarterback this year than anything? I know you guys run the ball quite a bit.
Well, it's like wildcat, not really quarterback. It's to bring in more blockers.
Sophomore, number 5 for Poplarville Hornets, and you guys won. Poplarville has been to the state championship many times, but you guys won the first one in school history last Saturday night. So that was awesome, man. I was there. I was standing in the end zone down at the end, but just talk about just talk about first what it's like, man, to win a state championship, and then also to win the one that those folks have been waiting on for so long?
Man, it's amazing because like I grew up watching them go up there and like come so close and lose. Like it was amazing. And then all the support we had, that was even better.
You guys played Louisville, beat Louisville, and you talked about they've gotten so close and lost several times, but
But,
not only have they gotten close, they've gotten close against that team. That's the
yeah,
team.
that team, yeah, that's basically like our state championship rival. We always wanted to get Louisville back because and then at halftime the score was 15-6, well 14-15, which is what we lost to them by like a
Hmm.
couple years ago. It was crazy.
There he is.
Oh
You
yeah,
were also named MVP, right? So this is the MVP
yes sir.
trophy that you've got there in your hand. Do you know what your stats were for that game?
I had 139 rushing yards, but I also had that 66-yard kickoff return.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Well, it was 83. My bad.
Well, yeah, no big deal. No, you played great in that game. I mean, I was super impressed. That's the first time I've been able to watch you in person. I do radio for Hattiesburg High, and so I'm always at their games, but I always hear about Ty Keys. Always hear.
Well,
I know.
my cousin goes there.
Oh yeah, who?
Tristan, you know
Tristan's your
Tristan.
cousin? Okay,
Oh
okay,
yeah,
yeah. Tristan's a beast, man. Tristan's a beast. I hated he didn't get the ball much in the state
yeah,
championship game. Grenada did a really good job. Um, put some safeties over the top.
yeah. Double
They
coverage. That was.
they double covered him. Same with Barnett on the other side. They had the safeties over the top. They had the perfect game plan, and it worked. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that, man. Let's talk about you. So,
But,
what was the message from coaches going into this game, knowing, hey, we've been so close so many times, we've got the team to win it. What were they telling you guys?
man, they said if we basically go all in like Monday through Friday practicing and we give it 100%, this is our year, and we worked for it.
Got another picture right here too. Let me pull it up. You can tell me what's going on. What's going on right here in this one?
Oh yeah, coaches also said like if we wanted more, then it's gonna come our way, and we did.
Which touchdown was
So,
this? Do you remember?
it was like right at the goal line.
Right, yeah. I couldn't remember which one that was.
Yeah, he kind of threw me in.
It looks like it. Yeah, it looks like it. That's a great picture. Outlaw Photography. They do a lot of stuff around here. They do a really good job with
no doubt. With the
with
sports.
photography.
I see him.
Mhm.
He covers West Jones.
Yeah,
Very good. And it was cool. Like I didn't realize he had those pictures. I've been seeing the pictures pop up, and of course, Ty.
yeah.
Good Lord, how much media coverage have you gotten as a?
Man, they say I'm still running.
They done that still running.
I saw it. Yes.
Yeah, I should have sent it to Charlie, but yeah, I tagged that Facebook group with Charlie so he could see all that. But man, it was great stuff. I shared one of the shots was you consoling one of the Louisville players, and one of my family members commented on it. Just like saying she loves that. I teach my players to have respect for the other team and all the stuff.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, I was gonna.
how has that been like
Yeah.
getting that much attention, Ty?
I mean, it's nothing crazy, but I mean, I like it. I like it. I like attention, coach.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Well, I know you
yeah.
do. We can talk about the offers here in a little bit, but you got some attention last year, but winning a state championship.
Yeah, that's different. Everybody back home is like they're like so proud of us. I mean, every day. We're like the other day we got free Mexican. Like our town is going crazy for it. It's crazy. Like I love it.
Here's the deal, Ty. Yeah, look, and I know your personality too. You ain't gonna have to buy many meals coming, here on out. Like Poplarville's got some little small town diner stuff. I've
Oh
been there
yeah.
plenty of
Oh
times.
yeah.
Look, you walk in there, I promise you, somebody's gonna buy you a meal. It's just part of
Yeah.
it. But you can't you got to stay grateful. But which I know that picture right there
Yo.
kind of amplifies it. But tell us if you don't mind. What you're saying right here to this player that won a 1 point game in a state championship, and really they win it by y'all win it by a couple of inches of that one-handed catch, 2-point conversion. That was unreal.
Yeah, I want to talk about that play, but I want to talk about this picture first if we can.
Yeah. What are you saying to him, Ty?
Oh, what did I say to him?
Yeah.
Oh, I told him keep your head up, man. Like we was here to have fun, and like I mean that's really all I told him. Just keep his head up. He had a great game. I mean, he competed to the end of the game. I told him that.
That's awesome. That's all, and that's hard to do because it's hard. You're excited and filled with just
I would hate for me to just be over there by myself.
Yeah.
Like
And you
that's
could
like
have very easily been. Was he a senior, or do you know?
yeah, he was a senior.
Yeah.
I knew he.
You hadn't got there yet, bro. Look, it don't look. You're gonna sign your scholarship. You're gonna do, but that last high school football game.
Oh yeah, that's different.
Feel good.
I still remember mine vividly.
I didn't play football, but my last high school baseball game, I think I got PTSD from it. I mean, I'm telling you, I have nightmares about it. It messed me up.
We lost in the South State Championship, so we were.
That was like how we did last year, man. That hurt me.
We lost by 1 point. South State. Fernando gets on here sometimes. He was on that team too. He was a senior that year too, and so we lost South State Championship by 1 point to a team we had already beat. Ty, a team we had already beat in the regular season.
No.
Yeah. So that happens, man. But this is awesome right here. And I saw a picture earlier today. There's another guy. There's another Poplarville guy, kind of across the field from you, doing the same thing.
Nick Miller?
Maybe so. I don't.
Is it
remember.
number 3?
Yeah, maybe so.
Is that the quarterback or is that the receiver?
He's the other. Like he comes in for me. He's in my position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the receiver that caught that long pass?
Jeremiah. It's a new kid from Biloxi.
Yeah. So I was
watching. A dog.
I was watching it going down the road, and just kind of watching y'all's game plan and stuff, and of course, I don't know a lot of them. So I did coach McGee.
Yep. Ian. Yep. Ian.
Yeah, he played at 59 baseball. Coached him and his brother. I know his brother's older and graduated now, but I coached them. But of course, I know you, so I'm like just handing the ball to Ty every time. But I love the play action on that play because you set up that whole
thing. The block.
Oh yeah, I was like, look at this. This is some good stuff. To me, that won the game.
Man, listen, this is what I like. We were working on this play in practice all week just because, like, I never get deep enough to the line and my quarterback can't really see over my head. I was thinking about that so much, and I did. It worked in our favor. Everybody did their job.
Everybody did their job. That's a beautiful thing about football on that end, for sure.
All right, Ty, I want to talk about the ending of that game. So I know, I guess a little backstory is, I guess the last time when they beat you guys, it was on a very similar play, right? It was on a 2-point conversion play. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
They could have tied it, but they went for 2 to win it. Kind of the same situation.
That was.
And they beat y'all. So this time they do the same thing just to kind of set the scene. They came down, scored a touchdown. I guess about a minute left, maybe. And they could tie it. They could tie it with an extra point, or they could go for 2 and essentially win the game. You guys would have a little less than a minute probably, which is not unreasonable. But in football, that's a very tough challenge. They go for 2. So I'm standing in the end zone, right? I'm standing down there where the Hattiesburg players were standing, where the locker room was, on that side in the end zone up against the fence.
Okay.
And so Louisville quarterback rolls out, passes, intended receiver, it bounces
Yep.
off his hand.
Tips off his hand.
Yeah, and then the taller receiver standing on the back line reaches up. He makes an amazing catch. I mean, it's an amazing one-handed catch. And everybody where I was standing, Ty, because we couldn't see his feet. Everybody I was standing thought he was in.
They thought, yeah.
What did you think?
Man, I was on the sideline. Like, I was like, I mean, even if they would have scored, I was ready to go back out there. But like, I mean, I was I was praying. I ain't gonna lie. I was praying.
He looked very in. Now,
yeah, it looked very in. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But when you see the pictures,
he did get 1 foot in, but the foot that was out hit first. And so I was standing there, and Lance LaFan, who does radio for Oak Grove, but he played at Hattiesburg High, so I talked to him a good bit. He was doing the sideline for the TV broadcast, and so he was kind of standing there by me, and he was telling me, he was listening to the guys in the booth, and he was telling me, replay said he's out. Replay said he's out. And I'm like, I don't know, man, that was close. But ultimately, he was out, and it was a celebration, and you guys go on to win it. But actually, it wasn't really that easy because Louisville got the ball again.
Yeah, it wasn't, man. Honestly, I really didn't think they were going to stop us on that 4th down. But I went on defense and took out their best receiver, and the boys held up on the line, and look what we did. It was crazy.
That's awesome.
Well, I was watching that, and I was
man. Did y'all not see my O line? My O line was crazy.
So how much were you splitting time a pretty good bit on defense?
Well, not this year because
you were hurt.
The injury. Yeah, and I didn't have a full season of condition or whatever. But next year, I think I'm gonna go both ways.
So you're gonna turn into the Popperville Travis Hunter?
I'm gonna turn into the Ty Keys. You're gonna hear that. You're gonna hear that. You're gonna tell me.
Good, Charlie.
I like it. Look, I like it. I like it. He does not lack confidence.
No.
Oh no, I need that.
All right, so let me give the baseball side story of Ty.
Yeah.
So Ty was like a nephew or whatever, son for sure. But we start both baseball. Dominic Griffith, who everybody knows, Coach Dom, says, I got a cousin down in Popperville that needs to play baseball. He's terrible, but he's athletic. And he sure enough was terrible, but he was athletic and didn't know what he was doing. Couldn't throw a ball.
At all.
Look, every ball that he put in play was like line drive to right field. He was so late with his hands. It was ridiculous. I don't even know how it happened because he had fast hands. I couldn't figure it out. But his literal hands were so big, he didn't know how to throw a baseball. It's been like this, and you were probably 10, 11. It's been this slow process to where, like, I made a post this summer, like letting folks know, like, he's good at football, and he's getting all this decision football, but he's also good at baseball, guys.
Oh yeah,
like he can throw this thing. He can pitch. He can obviously he can run, but he's starting to learn how to hit for power, and I've been super proud of him because I told him, if you remember this, you hit a triple last year or something. You're at third. I'm coaching third, and I tell you, it's like they're going to tell you that you don't need to play both. And you just tell them that now.
I'm doing it. I'm telling you.
Like, and I told you there's multiple reasons why. And you do it as long as you can physically and mentally do it. It's hard. It's hard. That's why only a few of them has done it. But
I mean, that's up there. That's up there. So I could do it. I know I could do it.
Amen.
Nolan, what up, boy?
Look, Nolan, I sent Ty your highlight films on football this year. And you know what he said? He said he's got a number 5 on. He's wearing number 5.
Yeah. Now you got to keep it. You got to keep it now.
I don't want to say championship. So Nolan was watching the game with me, wasn't he? Like we was on the way from Hattiesburg to Starkville. And
Heck
he's
yeah.
you gotta understand, he's not a normal 6-year-old. He's all like he's like,
Oh, I know.
why don't they give Ty the ball? Like if us,
Oh, he knows. He
oh, yeah,
knows. He
and then,
knows.
it was fun for him because he grew up. Nolan grew up, watching Ty, and we've been at tournaments at the beach, and Ty's been like a influence for Nolan, and it's pretty cool. He does wear number 5 in rec ball. He doesn't wear my number, which is 28 in baseball with travel ball. But the rec up here, they only like print out 12 jerseys, and there's 1 through 12, and you pick a number, and he's picked 5. He was 5 in soccer too. So he'll be 5 in basketball probably too.
When Coach Chancy said, "Man, sent me that made my day." I was like, "Man."
Ty's mama just said, "Hey, Nolan." So that's Ty's mama there, Christina, Charlie, that's saying all the work paid off. Started varsity baseball in 8th grade. Yeah, so Ty, so all that to say, and Ty has started baseball and has been he's not just a football player, he is a baseball player at Poplarville High School.
Ty, what I mean, you got to have a preference. Which one do you like more? Pretend Chancy's not here.
You can't do it. You can't do it to me.
Just me.
No, like it's crazy because people really don't believe me. Like I fell in love with baseball now that I've gotten like a lot better. And then the new coach I got in high school, like I learned so much stuff so much easier than I do in football.
Okay,
but
so you're not gonna answer the question, huh?
I really can't.
Okay, I'll let you off the hook.
Because I'm gonna play both. I'm playing both.
Yeah,
he's both. He's Dion. I'm telling you.
I go to lots of restaurants too, but I got one favorite.
Nah, this ain't like that. This is man.
Here's the deal. Right now, football's paying the bills. Is what I would.
Paying the bills right now.
Yeah. Football's paying the bills, but here's the deal: football can pay the bills, but baseball can like get you the backyard. And and have you the extra. And that's what I keep telling him. Wherever he goes, make sure they know you play baseball. Because here's the deal: even if you just go run bases somewhere, it's going to be worth your while. It's going to be worth your while academically, structurally, NIL, everything. We've had this conversation. Good looking guy. You got a great personality, but the only thing that's going to mess this up is when you get bored and you ain't got something to do. You're used to doing both. You're used to being busy. So
that's what I tell people all the time, Coach. You read my mind. I gotta stay busy. I was even thinking about doing basketball.
I help create your mind.
Oh yeah. I was even thinking about doing basketball this year. I was like, man.
Well, I just know that I'm proud of you, and I want you to keep rolling. And you
thank you, Coach. Hey, I want to come down there, Mississippi State, come chill with y'all.
Yeah, you made a couple trips, and we're going to get into that to the end here. Because we're gonna force you to do an EJ. You're gonna have to narrow down. You got to tell us your offers, and you got to narrow down, some of these offers.
All right. Well,
not now. Charlie's got a question.
Well, I did, but I forgot what it was. I should have wrote it down in my trusty notebook here, but I was waiting on you guys to stop talking to ask it.
So Ty, we've got merch. So when you start making Ty Keys merch, I've got my sister owns Magnolia merch, and it's a thing because you know who DeCarlos Nicholson is from Petal?
From Petal, he's at USC. He got me some towels and sleeves and stuff.
Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, he's at USC now. So he played baseball too. He's very, very like you, fast, long, lanky. But he was at Mississippi State, and he had this NIL like shirt that you buy, and it went to him. It was kind of like an online thing, and it looked like a NASCAR shirt or something. It didn't matter. I bought it. I still wear it to games and stuff. It's cool. But you'll have to do that kind of stuff. Like
Yeah.
By the time
I
you
bet.
get,
Well, me and my mom are actually talking about that. I'm actually trying to get something like that.
you have to create your own brand, and
Yep.
me and you get into that. Like, it's going to get weird by the time you get up here.
All right, bet.
I remember my question. We were talking about football paying the bills and baseball getting you the backyard, and it made me think about it was a pretty big contract signed in New York this week. Juan Soto and
Oh
what
yeah.
do you know the numbers, Chancey? I can't remember. It was like 15 years.
760 something, wasn't it? 768. Well, I mean, I pull it up.
Goodness. Ty, there ain't no football contracts like that, brother.
Yeah.
Well,
It's crazy in baseball.
somebody already said, I should have learned how to. It was an NFL guy said I should have learned how to hit a baseball or something. 765, 15 years.
15 years, 765. Goodness.
That's
That's
crazy.
that's a lot of money, man.
That's a lot
You
of
said
money.
for life. You said for life.
I don't think he's that good. I mean, I definitely think Otani's that good, but I don't think Juan's that good. I think he's a great player, but good Lord.
You don't think one?
He's good, but I don't know. I'm just not a fan. Like,
Dude, that man can hit.
I figure you get a little pushback on that, Chancey. I think there's a lot of folks out there that think Soto's great. I think Otani's the best player in baseball.
He's definitely different. There's going to be so many come. I mean, it's we're in an era that this isn't going to stop.
Yeah, you're gonna see a Ty Keys that's coming through playing in the NFL and MLB. Like,
hey, it's happened. Dion did it. Dion did it.
But I wanna do it. Like, I wanna stay to it. Like,
while we're on the subject of that, let me break into this. So I know you follow Travis Hunter, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. So you seeing all the backlash about this girlfriend thing?
No.
You ain't seen that? Oh, so
about his girlfriend buying the what?
No. So after the last game, she was mad, and there was video of her acting mad, and so they've been on TikTok and different stuff. Like she's about the money and all the stuff, and Dion was like, I'm gonna write your prenup because he engaged her, and look that. I tell you, I've been watching. I'm like, if that is the downfall of Travis Hunter, I'm gonna be really upset because I really enjoy watching him play football. I don't want that to happen, and it can happen. It happens all the time. So be careful with that, sir. I know me and you've had that talk because you're gonna have.
I'm gonna stay young and have a couple of them.
You just focus. You need to learn to stay focused.
Well, that's what I was thinking earlier when you were talking about you like the attention and that kind of stuff. Like, that's great, man, but don't like it too much.
Oh yeah.
Don't like it too much.
You gotta stay down.
Yeah. Look, you're like right now. You're treading upriver. The attention is like rafts that just they look good and like.
Oh, it's gonna be there.
Look, you're gonna go right downstream. Your job is to go upstream, and it's hard.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Ty,
that's a good analogy.
Ty, you mentioned you got back into baseball yesterday. So, what was? I assume that means you went to hit some. What was?
And I threw a bullpen.
Well, oh, did you? Okay. What was the swing like?
Well, my shoulder's been messed up, so it was like a little tender. But when I threw, it felt amazing.
So is your left shoulder?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you're finished.
You how much were you able to work on swing and that kind of thing during football season? Any?
At the beginning of football season, I was doing it, but
you got hurt. You got hurt.
Yeah, I got hurt, so I really couldn't swing.
And then the pitching. When was the last time you did that?
Oh, like August.
How'd that feel yesterday?
It felt. I went down in some velo, but that's because I haven't been in baseball for a while. But I was at like 84. That was my highest pitch.
Okay. So what's your velo at? I mean, you say you went down. You were at 84. So what are you normally at?
I've got an 87 off the mound.
Yeah, he's 87.
Yeah.
He'll touch 90 this year if healthy. It's all about healthy, and next year if he stays healthy, that's the key. And then of course it happens.
Yeah.
But you'll throw more. football. And that's the thing. Football doesn't really take up that much time during the season.
Yeah, like baseball, man, you gotta put in the work.
Yeah,
Like,
so you got to sneak it in, and Ty doesn't mind the work. It doesn't. Now he does get distracted, and me and Dom have to stay on him, but Poplarville is definitely like they have been focused football wise to win a state championship. Not so much in baseball, but it's
this
coming.
year.
It's coming. It's coming. They got a new coach, and y'all rolling in. Y'all got some players, so you'll get on a routine. And look, I got some direct paths, some two ways, some John Rice Plumleys. You really need to have this conversation and have really not just say you're going to do it. And show that you're going to do it. Like, be an example. Because, look, I do it all the time with guys we have on here, former players, played college, done. I use them as an example. I want to be able to say, hey, I want you to be a Ty Keys. I want you to be able to do both. I want you to be able to mentally manage it. And I mean, half the battle is mental, if not more. Miss Allison says.
Oh, yeah.
So I do want to talk about, and you don't have to go into real deep detail, but I do want to talk about some of the kind of the recruiting process for you. Has that already started as a sophomore?
Yeah,
from schools?
it has. Yeah.
Is that what is that like? Is that annoying to you? Is it exciting to you? What is that like?
It's exciting, but it makes me want more. If like I don't like settling with only 8 offers. And people think I'm like bragging because I say that, but like I want more. Like,
so you've got 8 offers right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and you've got a good, you mentioned earlier, you've got a kind of a good sounding board for that because Tristan is living that life too. He's a junior and he's got offers from everywhere. And so he'll go into his senior year with the opportunity to play anywhere in the country that he wants. And I think you will have that opportunity too. And he's a year ahead. So he's kind of a good sounding board. I would recommend having those conversations with him. I don't know how much you guys talk.
We talk about it. We talk about it a lot.
Yeah, because that's something he's having to deal with. And I think that's
he actually wants me to come with him whenever I graduate.
Yeah, well, and that's a good point, because I left this picture up here, Ty, because I'm just looking at these gloves, right? If you zoom in on these gloves, those gloves say "Come to the Sip."
Yes, sir.
And it looks a lot like this logo right here, right?
Oh yeah.
And so I just want to make sure that
man, I'm not gonna lie,
that they're on the board here.
Man, yes, top. Like I love it there. I ain't gonna lie.
Do you hear from baseball programs too? Or is it just football right now?
I've only heard from like UAB. I haven't really heard from many.
That'll come.
That'll come.
As long as I keep working, I think because this year I'm taking baseball so serious. I didn't get to do my full football year, so I'm gonna focus on this year.
But if we're gonna do Ole Miss, we gotta get Tristan on board. We gotta get Tristan in red and blue too now.
Oh yeah.
Well, I can't pitch, but he already knows. Look, he knows I don't care. I didn't talk to his mama. Here's the deal. The chances of you being in 2 to 3 different places by the time you graduate is very high. It just is what it is. It's the culture. It's the era we're in. I don't care. I just want you to be in a place that you're going to be able to grow. You're going to continue doing what you're doing. And you're going to get out of there, whether it's NFL or if it's whatever, and you're going to be okay. And your mama's going to be okay.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? And look, Blake can have as many Bud Lights as he wants to.
He right here.
What's he saying?
We don't drink Bud Light over here, bud.
What's Blake like?
Diet Millers.
Man, What you like, Blake? Michelob, lime cactus.
Oh, I like that. Okay, I like that. But no, I just obviously we got to stay in trouble. We got to
Oh
keep
yeah.
a focused mind.
Stay humble, humble.
Yeah,
That's the
stay
biggest
humble.
thing.
Everybody's gonna
Keep
tell you
giving
that.
everything to God.
Yeah, and you ain't humble all the time. But
Yeah.
look,
I've worked on it.
that's what makes you good sometimes. But sometimes it's not being humble that gets you in trouble. It's just strictly the distractions, and it's not just
Yeah.
female. I mean, you're gonna have so many distractions. It's unbelievable. And but I know your back, and I know your source. And of course you've got so much extra that's going to fight for you and fight with you and fight against you. Make sure you stay in line. You know that.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
that I think you're going to be fine wherever you go, and I'm
Mm.
going to love it and support it, and I'll watch every daggum game.
Oh yeah.
Ty, I love the confidence. I super proud of you, man. I enjoyed watching you play Saturday night. I came up there early just to watch that game because I wanted to watch you play, really. So
Thank you, man. That's
yeah, I mean, look, it was fun. I'm super proud, super happy for you guys. I know a lot of those Poplarville guys, the radio crew, those
oh
guys,
yeah.
super proud of all y'all and happy for y'all. And Chancy, anything you want to say before we let Ty go?
Yeah, he needs to. How's the grades, my man?
My grades are good right now. Way better than last year.
Way better than last year.
Yeah, because I actually, last year I was still funny, goofy talkies. Now I'm locked in on board. Who?
Hold on.
Ty.
Hold on before you let Ty go.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you pictures just so you do.
Ty, you got I'm not gonna let you go yet, but you have any final thoughts? Anything you want to say?
Well, I was trying to say earlier, how y'all like that O line I got? Them boys, they were working their butts off.
Oh, they were great.
Man.
Every good running back. I mean, every running back is only as good as his offensive line,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
And so
man. Without them blocks, you ain't nothing.
but see, that's what I like that, Ty. That's leadership. That's that is kind of being humble right there. I like you bragging on your offensive line. That's huge. As a former offensive lineman, I appreciate you bragging on your offensive line because those guys don't get a ton of credit.
They deserve it, man. They really do.
Yeah, well, if they and they worked hard, and it's the thing. It's the thing with football, and they don't get the credit all the time. And you're the one they're making all the memes about and all the stuff. And it's hard, but just like you consoling that player, and just like that the offensive line, it don't matter how fast or how good of a football player you are. If nobody blocks for you, you ain't got a chance. So, if they work hard for you, all the credibility you get is really rolling into them, and you helping them understand that. I send that picture to you.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
So here's a baby picture, semi-baby. He's
man, y'all can't do it to me, man.
No, it's a Bulls picture. Just so
okay.
We got a lot of Bulls, people watching, and so
oh yeah.
So that was probably 12 of you. I'm gonna guess that's him and his mom.
Yep, that was with EJ.
Yeah. So EJ Booth, who we talked about a lot on here,
just met his dad.
Yeah, played on that team. Let's see, where is that? I'm looking at the.
That looks like Gulfport.
Yeah, it's probably Gulfport. Y'all probably destroyed a team down there. If you can imagine EJ Booth. Now, mind you, Ty was not. He could fly, and he did hit, and he was not
a lot of bunt.
Yeah, he done a lot of that stuff, but he was learning baseball then. But he's much taller now.
Mm-hmm.
But he was as tall as his mom right there. Yeah, that was 12 of you. That was 12 of you. That's one. Oh, that y'all were good.
Oh yeah.
That's my son's age now. So my son is on 12U.
Oh yeah, I gotta check him out then.
Yeah, 12U. He actually wears number 5.
Man, no way.
Always has. He's been number 5 since he was about 3 years old. So always has worn number 5.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So you have to come check them out.
Yeah.
Man, anything else? Anything you want to say?
Nothing. Thank y'all for having me.
Man,
Ties. Go ahead, Chancy.
proud of you, my man. This is a big accomplishment. Nobody can take this away from you. You'll be an old man sitting at the the diner there in Poplarville, saying, "Yeah,
Yeah, get first one.
we
First
done it."
one.
Yeah, that's what happens, and it's beautiful. And
Oh yeah.
and in fact, I thought about having Greene County won in an 03 football and baseball. And I thought about bringing one of them on and like talking about like the state championship factor that happens to people, and we'll have that conversation because Charlie knows a lot about that and different people that's won it. West John's won it a few times, and it's a thing. So nobody can take that away from you. Stick it in your pocket. Go to work, like you said. You showed up today at baseball. You got bigger and more things to do now. That was a big goal, but we got more things to do.
Oh
Yeah. Go
more,
win it again.
Many more to
Go win
come,
it.
man. I
Go win it in
want all
baseball.
3 of these
Go win it again.
fingers. I want all of them.
Absolutely.
Want to size them up,
Man,
It's been
I was
fun.
just telling them.
Go ahead.
I was just telling my coaches, man, I don't even know my finger size, ring size. Yeah,
You'll find it out. You'll find it out here pretty soon, brother.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they'll get you sized up and everything else. You go hang that player of the game and MVP up and you got it.
Yep, right here in front of me.
Yeah,
I sleep with it.
well, be proud for sure, and like I said, go to work and
Yes, sir.
we'll do it again. Hopefully during baseball season. That
Oh yeah.
when you have a good game over there, we'll bring you back on and
I'm
hopefully
looking
I'll
forward.
be able to watch out. I'll check out your schedule and yeah, when you during the holidays though, no seriously, come up, holler at Dom or something, come up and and hit and get you with some of these youth guys too. They'll love to see you and
Oh yeah, need to.
and just you're that guy now. So just know that you've stepped in that role and you're an example. So keep being it and keep making us proud and we love you, brother.
Yes, sir. Love you too.
Ty, it's been fun, man. Appreciate you and super proud of you and happy for you. And go win another one.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
That was Ty Keys, state champion, sophomore, Poplarville Hornets. Poplarville Hornets? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Poplarville Hornets. Proud of him. Super happy for him. Glad to have his mom and family in the chat with us. Mom says family for life. You got the Bulls horns up there. So, man, that was fun, Chancy. So, any final thoughts before we cut this thing off?
No, yeah,
I got one thought real quick before you start. I got one thought. Right, we're at 1 hour and 3 minutes. You notice how much quicker we got through this thing when Joe wasn't here? We usually go 1 hour and a half with Joe.
Yeah, Joe. But look, he's a different dynamic. That's why we have.
I love it. I
listen. I'm telling you, I like podcasts. That's why I want to always do one. It don't matter. We go broke doing it, but I watch the ones, the Joe Rogans, the Theos, and man, I enjoy a good hour and a half, maybe 2 hour podcast. I need that for my road trip. So I don't mind it. I know a lot of people don't, but yeah, we try to stick it to an hour. But most
Rogan goes 3 or 4 hours.
Sometimes, he if he's got a guest on he likes, he ain't gonna stop till the conversation stops. It don't matter when you're getting 70 something million views.
Oh yeah,
people will stay with you. Got something crazy.
I watched it. I mean, it was a great interview. Also, the JD Vance one was good, and the Elon Musk one. I mean, he's Joe Rogan is the best interviewer in the world. I mean, he's super good at it, and
he is the number one podcast in the world.
That's why people.
And it's nothing special. It's just nothing special, but it's just that he does a good job. He found his niche. He's a comedian. But it's not really. He just he is just a good people person. He's a very realist, and he asks the right questions, and it's not, he's not controversial so bad that people don't like him. He's a good medium. I don't know. I do enjoy his podcast. He gets a random on there, but Theo gets really random on there. And if you want to laugh, just watch Theo's. I mean, Theo says stuff that, like, I wish my brain could get in that mode of just so loose that I'm not stressed out. I'd sleep better at night just if I was that loose. He is so loose and random, just whatever. But yeah, I enjoy a good podcast. I used to listen to, like when I was doing reselling, I'd listen to resale podcasts. That can get very boring. Also, when I was getting into bird dog training, I listened to it. So yeah, it's all in what you like. We've had some good views on here. Ty's helped. Some family members hopped on Facebook. It's been good, and we're going to keep growing it.
I'm joking about Joe, but Joe's really helped as well, bringing a different dynamic, different voice. Also, his fan base has helped as well. So we miss Joe. He was sick tonight. We didn't say that, but Joe was sick tonight, so we didn't have him with us.
Well, and that's another good thing about having three. If one of us are down, I'm not always going to make it. You have to make it. You're kind of the guy. But it does help if one of us are down to be able to do it. And I want to stay consistent and keep getting stuff with the merch. Again, Magnolia merch. If you're looking for something, you can find them on Facebook. She's got a link. I'll tag it in the live. But my sister, but we're going to get a lot of good stuff coming. So if you're a business that needs stuff like that's kind of her niche is, something more or less like stuff, for teams, and she'll get into that. This is merchandise for your business. And that's, I came up with a name. I think it's a great name. I love the name. But that's me being creative and being Ty's confidence.
Ty's got some confidence now. I like it.
Yeah, well, and I mean, it really has. That's what created him, because I'm telling you how bad he was at baseball. But he did get better, better. And the confidence helped him. Obviously, being athletic helped him. But if you don't have confidence, obviously it could take you into a different direction. But if you don't have that confidence, it's hard to keep getting better. You gotta sometimes believe bigger than what you are, and and that's that for me. That's with anything. I've done it with bull baseball. We're bigger than what we are really all the time, and I'm very proud of it. And same thing, Small Ball Podcast. We're on iTunes and Spotify. We're not very big podcasts, but we're getting out there, and
we're out there.
We're out there and getting some views, getting some stuff. So we're going to keep growing, and
you won't ever get there if you don't try to get there, right?
That's right.
You won't ever get there if you don't try to get there. So
no doubt. Well, this one's been fun. It was cool. I'm glad we was able to get Ty. I didn't want to wait because I had some other guys lined up for this week, and I canceled them because as soon as Ty won, and I said we got to get Ty on, and it's good for him to be able to learn. This isn't going to be the first little deal he does.
Right.
He's going to have a lot of this stuff. So as you see with Shador and the Travis Hunters and stuff, they're constant cameras and interviews in their face, and they got to be able to handle it and be able to handle it with confidence and carefulness. So it's great, and I'm excited about continuing coaching him in all aspects, and we're gonna have a fun summer in baseball with him too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. Well, I'm Charlie Rogers. He's Chancy Rogers. This has been the Small Ball Podcast. Appreciate you guys being with us. Our numbers have gone up each week. I see people on here all the time, kind of growing, and so we appreciate all of you being with us. We'll try to get back to maybe Tuesday night next week, but appreciate everybody for being with us, and until next week, appreciate you, and we'll see you.